Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm starting off super late. You guys already know, playing catch up. But I am currently 18 weeks. First week that I'm feeling awesome, feeling great, no complaints. So I wanted to go ahead and just start here and see where it goes. I'm gonna, like I said, I probably, by the time you're seeing this, I'm not 18 weeks, but I just wanted to make sure I get it out there. I document this because this ain't happening again. Anyway, so 18 weeks, I have my phone here, so I have all my notes from 18 weeks. And there was a bit of a lot. I started off the week, I had my 18-week checkup, and I also had a sonogram. And it was for the anatomy scan. So we do have the envelope. Excuse me, I'm winded. We do have the envelope to find out the gender of the babies, which we will be doing amongst ourselves. You know what, I'm lying. We already know the gender of the babies. We paid to get an early sonogram. I forgot how many weeks I was, but we did pay to get it. One, because I needed to, because of what I was going through. I felt like, number one, seeing the babies would help me deal with emotions that I was going through, and number two, putting a gender on it would also help, which it did. So I was lying. We already know the sex of the babies. And that'll be interesting. But we did record. We did like a little gender reveal. We didn't go all out. We don't have family here. We went to Party City, had them fill two regular balloons, and we came home and we popped it. Me, babe, Aaliyah and Alayna, Avery and Ariyanna were at school, and when they got home, we had them, we went and we bought 2 more balloons, and then we had them pop them and to find out the genders. So that was fun. I'll show you guys that when I get around to it. So pretty much the anatomy scan was just what's the word? Pregnancy brain is real. Don't let no man tell you that it's not, because babe tells me all the time that it's not real, but like I can't think of the word. Confirm. That anatomy scan that I had on Friday was just to confirm what I had already known, and then also to check to make sure the babies were doing fine. So at that appointment, I gained 2 pounds since the last time that I went. So I don't know if I mentioned this, but I dropped down. I started this pregnancy around 195, and I dropped down to 170 during the bulk of the HG, and so I've gained that back. Oh, I've gained that back, and so I gained 2 more pounds. I think I'm back to 190 now. So I gained most of it back. And my appetite is crazy. Actually, this week it has been like I want to eat everything known to man. Like I'm hungry every 10 minutes. I'll eat and I'm hungry again. Like I'm just hungry. So that's fun because I love food. Didn't want to gain that much weight. Honestly, I wanted to stay in the lower end of how much weight you're supposed to gain, but I completely see now that that's not happening. So for the sonogram of the babies, both are around 8 ounces, and they were 5.5 inches. 5.5 inches, I believe. I didn't write that one down. The tech did state that the hearts looked good, both brains looked wonderful, and she had no cause for concern. I didn't even know that they were allowed to say that. None of my sonographers have ever like said that to me before. So that was nice to find out that, you know, they looked good, they were healthy, and they are growing and where they are supposed to be. Let me just tell you, that sonogram, the babies hated. They did not like the sonogram. Like, I think it was about an hour long. We had to stop and take 3 breaks, I think. I kept getting nauseous. Not even a nauseous feeling. I just kept feeling weird, like I wasn't feeling good. So we had to keep stopping, and then it hurt. And so baby B is on the top and baby A is on the bottom. They are laying, can you guys see? So baby B is up here and A is down here. So she kept going over my belly button, which really hurts. After my sonogram, I did become nauseous, but my appointment was at 9:30. I got there at 9:25. I didn't get home until 1 o'clock. And I don't even know why. Again, I know with the virus going around, there are extra precaution, but checking in was fine. I was there for like 30 to 35 minutes just waiting to check in. And there were a lot of people there. So, and I had 2 appointments. It wasn't just some sonogram. I had to see the doctor as well. So it was ridiculous, to be completely honest. So when I got home, I made sure I ate something thinking that the nauseousness would go away, but it didn't. So that would happen on Friday. Saturday, I was nauseous some more all day long. I stayed in bed all day. By Sunday, I felt much better. I was a little bit nauseous, but I was able to get out of bed and do my hair. I was able to, you know, play with the kids and whatever. So I was feeling much better. I did try taking medications. I did take a break from the pump because my belly's getting bigger, less fat on my belly. It's stretching out more, so it hurts a lot more. So I took a bit of a break. My doctor did put an extra prescription in for Reglan and Zofran tablets, the dissolvables. I took those on Saturday. Actually took a dissolvable on Friday. They didn't work. Nothing worked. Excuse me, but I didn't want to hook myself back up to the pump because at this point I'm trying to get rid of it. Fingers crossed. Not get rid of it, but I want to, like, you know, be done with it because I am feeling so good. This pregnancy, I have taken the most medication I have ever taken out of all of my pregnancies. So I am really trying to do away with any medication, especially since now I can feel the babies, you know, poking back at me. And, you know, you gotta stick a needle in your belly and you kind of get to the point where, oh my God, am I sticking my baby? Like, does the baby, you know, just all sorts of thoughts. So yeah. The doctor did recommend me start taking a baby aspirin because in my first pregnancy with Ariyanna, during labor only, I had high blood pressure when I went in. Now, I believe that it was just because, number 1, it was my first pregnancy. Number 2, the contractions hurt like hell. I had been contracting since 1 o'clock in the morning the previous day. I didn't go to the hospital with her until 3 o'clock the next day, p.m. So I think I was just in a lot of pain and I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know what was going to be going on. Again, it was my first pregnancy. So my blood pressure was a little bit high. They checked me, I feel like they checked me again sometime later and my blood pressure was fine. So she said because of that and because I'm having twins, I'm at a higher risk for preeclampsia, and she wanted me to start taking a baby aspirin because that supposedly will help, that lessens the risk. But I was like reading up on it and I didn't see any like real medical I didn't see anything that actually said, yes, this definitely helps with preeclampsia, number one. And number two, don't they tell you to stay away from aspirin during pregnancy? So I just was not comfortable, and I called back and I told them, like, listen, I'm not comfortable taking no baby aspirin. I'm not. I spoke to a different doctor and he was like, listen, they say that this happens. There's no like proven facts that it actually does help reduce your risk and it prevents it. He's like, there's nothing. He's like, so if you don't feel like you want to take it, he's like, just don't take it. I'm like, okay. He's like, you know, just don't even do it to yourself. He's like, I don't think that you need it. And he's like, and you know, God forbid if something were to happen, don't think, oh, it's because you didn't take the baby aspirin. He's like, that's not, like, if something's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. I like that doctor. It's the first male doctor I've ever had. Don't like men gynecologists, but he was cool. And he hasn't looked at my vagina, so that's also cool. Mood-wise and how I'm feeling, I know I told you guys that I'm feeling much better. Feeling like pretty much getting back to myself again. Although, this pregnancy, I think I mentioned this with my last pregnancy, but this pregnancy, I am such a bitch. Like, this week, I noticed it. Like, I can catch myself, like, being bitchy and just irritated. Everything irritates me. Everything annoys me. Whether it's babe trying to rub my belly or trying to kiss me, or Aaliyah trying to climb on me, everything annoys me. And I feel bad. Once again, I feel bad, but I don't feel as bad as I did before. But I do feel bad, but it's like, I can't control this. Like, it is what it is. I'm a bitch. And I told babe that. I'm like, listen, I can already see that this pregnancy is making me into a complete bitch. I'm complaining. I'm in pain. My belly hurts. It's heavy. And I'm a bitch. So don't take it personal. You know, I love you, but yeah. And I mean, I had to say something to the kids too. Obviously, I didn't call myself a bitch in front of them, but I'm like, you know, if mommy seems like she's mad or angry at you, I'm not. It's the pregnancy. Luckily, Avery is at that age where he's just like, oh, you're not, like when I was throwing up and all that. Alayna would be like, but mommy's always sick. And then Avery will just jump on and he would be like, she's not sick, she's pregnant. So I'm glad that he kind of is starting to understand. Obviously, Ariyanna understands. I told her I was in bitch mode, so, because she's old enough. She knows what that means. So that's that. Let's see, what else? Tuesday, I spent most of the day, I had started packing, and I was dealing with the kids' room. I was just getting rid of some stuff and, you know, just decluttering and all that good stuff. And I was pretty much sitting down for the most part, at least I think I was. And then later on that night, I started doing the kitchen. Felt myself getting winded. So I grabbed a chair and sat down. Happened to look down at my feet, and my ankles were huge, and so were my feet. So my feet had swelled. So I had to stop, take it easy, put my feet up, relax, and yeah, that's the first time this has happened so early. I've never swelled at 18 weeks. Still obsessed with fruit, so that's like my main craving. All fruits, any fruits, doesn't matter. I mean, as long as I eat it, I guess. It's not like I'm trying new fruits, but especially watermelon. I ate a whole watermelon in like 2 days, and then I had babe get another one, and I had to like pace myself for this week because I'm like, you know, these are expensive. So yeah, but yeah, I don't know if it's because I wasn't able to drink water and my body still needs more water, because I do notice that some days I do better than others. I can tell if I'm not drinking enough water, which I'm having a rough time this pregnancy with water. I love water. Like, if you have juice or water, I'll pick water. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, water. But with this pregnancy, I haven't really been able to hold down water. Like, it tastes gross to me, which is funny because the only time water tastes gross to me is if it's like a different brand of water that I don't like. So yeah, so I don't know if maybe that's why I'm craving so much watermelon, is because, you know, it's water. A good percentage of it. Also, like cucumbers, I love me some cucumbers, and I'll eat them alone, not even putting it in salad, just cut up slices of cucumbers, and celery. So I'm thinking, you see a pattern there, like all those things are, the majority of it is water. So I feel like that's what I'm doing. I'm eating my water instead of drinking it. So doctor said it was fine, and I like the fact that I am chewing on a crunchy, or not crunchy, but like, you know how that taste of a watermelon, like it's a crunch when you bite into it. So it kind of makes me feel like I'm eating cookies or chips. So I think that's a good thing. I have been having leg cramps, which I feel like I've read that it starts around 18 weeks. I don't know if they're leg cramps or just like restless leg syndrome. I mean, it's not cramps, it's just that annoying feeling of like they don't stop. So that's been annoying, but that has been going on for quite some time now. It didn't just start this week. What did start this week is my gums. My gums have been bleeding, which I feel like happened in all my pregnancies. The only difference is I can't get to a dentist because the dentists, they're all closed. They're not seeing patients right now. So I've just been, you know, trying to, what is it called? What's it called when you put the water in your mouth? Gargle? Yeah, I think that's what it's called. I've been trying to rinse my mouth out with salt water as often as I can. Anytime that I catch my gums bleeding, I'll go and do that. I know I needed cleaning as well, which always usually happens in the second trimester for me. But again, because of all the coronavirus stuff, I haven't been able to get into the dentist. So, and plus it just came about this week. So I still have time. I don't know if I'll be, actually, I can't even tell you. I don't know if they open up next week, if I'll go. I don't think that I will. So I'm just gonna continue rinsing my mouth with some salt water and just take it from there. That's pretty much it for this week. Look, I'm cold. I got goosebumps all over me. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I guess I will go ahead and show you guys my belly because that's always fun to see the progression. So let's go ahead and do that. This is my belly, and I also just ate a sandwich, so I feel like extra heavy. Let me just turn down the lighting, turn it down a little bit since I am wearing colored shirt. So this is my belly from the front with my shirt up. You guys see my belly button already poking out as far as it can. Okay, so this is my belly from the left side. And my belly from the right side. And of course, my shirt up. I don't know when these black and blues will go away. I hate them, but it's okay. Looks like a basketball, to be honest. Does it? Does it look like a basketball or a watermelon? Here's the right side. Little babies. And here is the left side. Sorry if the lighting's different or anything, but that is the end of this video. Oh, before I forget, do you guys notice anything? I took scissors to my head and I cut it. I cut all my long pieces. It's so annoying because this side of my hair is a lot curlier than this side. So although I wanted to cut more, I couldn't because then I would have had to cut more on this side, and that would have been a disaster. So, but anyway, that's off topic. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will see you guys in my next update. Bye.